Hi, I'm Alexis Saski, and you're watching Fireworks Television on KTMV, Corpus Christi.
Welcome to Fireworks. In studio, we have with us Alexis Saski, and we thank her for being on the show. Alexis, is that what they call you, Alexis or Alex or?
Alexis.
Alexis.
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, I'm 22 years old. I'm from Rockport, Texas. I was born right here in Corpus Christi. I am songwriting and singing as much as I can. Really enjoying it. It's been such a blessing in my life. And I'm just really excited to be here today. It's been really fun.
We're also excited to have her with us today and the whole band. So it was exciting to see her, and you guys are going to be able to take a glimpse into the whole band and her songs and her music. Tell us about the music that you sing. As far as we know, it's Christian music, but tell us about the influence behind that music.
All right, well, I just started songwriting a couple years ago. It was actually because my dad got mad at me, and it was a blessing in disguise, and he sent me to my room, and he's like, why don't you write a song? So I did, and that was my first song ever. And so from there, it just took off. I was like, wow, this is pretty fun. And as far as influences go, I mean, I've grown up listening to everything. Luckily, I've been blessed with parents who are musicians as well. My mom was a singer in a rock band while I was growing up, and my dad is a drummer. He started off at a church at a young age, and they've kept me in church my whole life. My mom has always sung at my church, and she's the director of the youth choir. We co-direct the youth choir at Sacred Heart Church in Rockport. And my dad has led the praise and worship band since I was in high school. So I grew up with that as well. Did a lot of stuff in high school.
So how's it been growing up in the church, and have you been in music the whole time?
Yeah, I've been in music as long as I've been enrolled in school. I guess ever since I was little, I went to a private Christian school growing up, and of course I always wanted to be a song leader, and it just kind of happened. They always stuck me in that position anyways, and I was thrilled when I got to start singing solos in church. It was amazing, and I think I really, really felt God in those moments, even at a young age. And you know, maybe I didn't know how to interpret it, but that was the first place I really discovered a voice, this music coming out of you, and I know it could have only been the Holy Spirit. It was amazing.
Yeah, and it's always awesome to grow up in church and start doing all that stuff. But as far as your songwriting, there's certain lyrics in your songs. Which songs have you written?
All of them.
All of them. Okay.
Yes, sir. I've co-written a few with some friends of mine in Nashville through a Provident music group. They're off of Sony, but there's some great people. There's about 2 songs that I've co-written with them. The rest have been me. So.
Yeah. So one of the songs, and even when I tried to run away, I come to find that you are my only escape. What do you mean by that?
I guess I mean those times when you're like, man, you know what? This isn't working out. Like, I need to try a different way. This whole praying, I can't just pray and something's gonna happen. Or when you start losing your faith and you start turning to other things, and it's like, whoa, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing is gonna go according to God's plan unless I follow Him. And that is the real escape from the world as the fake world, and that is reality, because He is reality.
On my own, never wanna make it alone. 'Cause I know you're gonna be beside me, even all that'll hurt me. I need when I feel like falling, you carry me. And your grace is enough to fill me, and your mercy and love has healed me. When I feel like falling, you carry me through the hardest days. When all my problems become a
tell somebody out there that was in church growing up and trying to do the same thing as you, sing and get into the scene as far as Christian music, what advice would you give them?
I would say pray about it a lot and make sure that that's a calling that you're truly called to. I would say sing as much as you can. Practice, but especially pray about it, and everything you sing, let it be for God, you know. Just sing as much as you can, and don't be afraid. Don't ever be afraid. There's never any reason for you to be afraid.
Come, let your glory fall as you respond to us. Spirit, let into our thirsty hearts again. You come.
Well, on the bio, I was also reading that you say that you're passionate about spreading the gospel through action and music. What kind of action are you talking about?
That's right. Really just being active in church, being kind, and not being that person in the crowd you're like, oh man, who are they? Like, wow, I can't believe they just said that. But mainly, I think that quote was inspired by a quote by St. Francis of Assisi, who said, preach the gospel at all times, if necessary, use words. And I just love that quote, because we should just be living the gospel with every action. We should just be people of joy. You know, even just joy is a great expression of the gospel, because it's about joy and hope and peace. And, you know, it's about so much more than just salvation. It's about living life to your fullest, you know. So I think that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys have been playing for how long together as a band?
We've been playing for about 2 months. 2 months. So it's a new thing. It's a baby right now.
And so before that, you were singing with CDs or just with your guitar? You play guitar?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've done everything with guitar and the tracks, stuff that I did, and all over the place. Different studios I've recorded in around the country.
So how much different is it from CDs and guitar to a full band?
Oh boy, it's a lot more work. It's a lot more work, but you know, it's so great. There's nothing like performing with a live band, you know. And I just love playing with bands, especially like growing up with hearing my mom playing with bands all the time, and I loved it so much. But it's so much greater just to know the people. You can't replace people, you know. So
right.
It's just amazing. They've all blessed me in so many more ways than just playing behind me. So they're amazing. Thank you, guys.
So you have a relationship with God. You know that you put everything in His hands, your music, who you are. How tough is that for you when you meet people that are maybe just not the same as you? What do you do when there's pressure on you?
Well, I know I always remember that in the Bible it says to always live in peace with everyone, no matter who they are, no matter what they believe in. And I have to remember that and just be patient and love your enemies, and that's pretty much it. Just peace.
Right.
Rise up to this mountain.